What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, we're here to talk about more Neo clashes, and this time we're talking about DUVAL. So in this video today, like the other videos that I've been uploading to the channel over the last couple of days, we're going to have 3 separate teams that can take on Neo clash DUVAL. And I will be having another video come out after all of these have been uploaded, talking about Neo Whitebeard and showing you guys teams for that, because I actually haven't looked at it yet. I've only just been focusing on these particular ones right now, but I will be making a video for Whitebeard. Remember that these raids are out for like a whole month. They will be leaving in early September, so there's plenty of time to get these characters maxed out, okay? So talking about DUVAL first, let's go over to the character box and have a look at what he actually does. So Neo DUVAL is a quick shooter free spirit. This is with his limit break as well, so he goes down to a 10 turn cooldown, which is very good, and it will deal 5,000 fixed damage to all enemies, reduces paralysis and increased damage taken by 4 turns, and then reduces damage taken by 80% for 1 turn, and then will also boost shooter characters attack by 1.75 times for 1 turn. So again, like, these type of characters are really good for like beginner players or players that don't have a lot of good characters on their account. But you know, if you have been playing the game for a really long time, or you have a lot of characters on your account, these particular units aren't going to be that exciting. Only in very specific, very niche circumstances these characters are probably going to be used. As for his crewmate effects, he doesn't really have anything too crazy, but this one's okay, I guess. Reduces his cooldown by 1 every time another shooter character uses a special, so I guess that could see a little bit of play. But you know, on a 10 turn cooldown, that's already still ridiculously low, so I don't really know how useful that's actually going to be for this particular unit. But anyways, that is the full rundown of the brand new Neo DUVAL. So if you guys want to go ahead and farm it, let's go ahead now and jump over to the 3 different teams that I have for you guys that can take on this specific piece of content. So jumping into this one, first of all, we've got V1 Kaido. If you're able to use striker or powerhouse characters for these Neo raids, dude, V1 Kaido is just going to be your best bet. And for this particular content, you need slashers, strikers, or free spirits. So of course, Kaido is going to be a very, very good call for this. Kaido is great. Obviously, he gets through every single stage in 1 turn. Absolutely no problems, because all of this old content doesn't have like normal attacks only or anything. So, you know, Kaido is going to be really, really good for this, right? But anyways, talking about these stages in particular, right? We have to deal with bind on stage 3, but obviously it's not a big deal. We just kind of go through it. It's fine. The 4th stage though, you get despair and give an attack down, and we are going to be getting rid of that despair because it's a 5 turn despair, so you know, it goes down to 2 with sockets. We need at least a 2 turn despair remover. You can use a support for that if you really wanted to, if you've got specifically a despair removing support, but you know, we're just going ahead and just getting through it anyways, with the use of Hody, right? But anyways, when we move on to the final stage, we will have to deal with a chain lock that's given to our team, which really doesn't matter, and also a defense up, which is on the enemy side of the field. Something to note as well about this particular piece of content is that if you use any orb manipulation on the last stage, all of your slots will be changed back into block orbs. So yeah, you want to make sure that you're not going ahead and doing any orb manipulation. So it's kind of a little bit tricky because you get given pretty nasty slots, but you know, if you're using a V1 Kaido team, it really doesn't matter. So the next team here is with Legend Kid. Now, as I mentioned in the previous clip, if you do any type of orb manipulation on the final stage, he changes your slots back into block orbs. So the really good way around it is by using Legend Kid, because you can use his super tight special, which doesn't activate enemy interrupts, and then if you use the special of Kid to give you super bomb slots, the enemy cannot manipulate those super bomb slots around. So with Kid as your captain, either as a friend captain, which would work perfectly as well, but still a really, really great opportunity to go ahead and use Kid here, because there aren't too many opportunities you actually get to use him. So he's really, really good here. We've also got that treasure map Luffy, who's really good because he can get rid of the despair and attack down on stage 4. Really, really nice. But we've also got the super tight special and Kid for stage 4, and super tight special and the regular special of Kid for the final stage. But it does so much damage when you just launch the special that it actually just kills the stage outright, which is really, really dope. The other characters on this team are just kind of like whatever, like filler units. Like Kid is basically the most important character for this particular team. The subs aren't really that important. important, but the Luffy's nice because not only does he help with stage 4, but he obviously procs the super type of Kid as well. So I'll leave you guys with this, and we'll talk about the final clip of this video. So now moving on to the final clip of this video, we're using Super Type Zoro, and honestly, this team's like just okay. I definitely would prefer either of the other two teams you guys would have seen, but just showing you guys that, you know, Zoro, he can still get stuff done, of course, and you know, this is really old content, of course, so it's not really that difficult, but Zoro is still a bunch of fun to use, of course, because his Super Type special, granting color affinity, of course, is going to be a very useful Super Type special if you're up against quick-based content, which every stage has a quick boss, or in this particular fight, so really nice for that. You've got the Law here as well. Law's great because he chain boosts and he also gets rid of the enemy's increased defense. We've got the X Drake here, which helps us get rid of the chain lock that gets given on the final boss stage as well. Nami and Robin are not really here for any particular reason aside from the fact that they have a support Brûlée to get rid of block orbs on the final stage. So it's a way to manipulate orbs without actually using an orb manipulation special. And then Gyukimaru gets rid of Despair and attack down. So it's a very, like, you know, basic vanilla-ish team, but it just gets the job done, and it's always nice to use Zoro wherever possible. But realistically, you don't really need to bring, you know, a defense up remover. You could probably just attack with Zoro. So long as he's able to get a matching slot in some way, shape, or form, that's going to be very important for him to actually get a matching slot, so that when you launch the special and his normal attacks bypass like everything. So that's really cool. Zoro just does a lot of damage, you know, with the super type and his regular special, you know, orb boost and color affinity. You don't even need an attack boost, but you can add that as well if you want to. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.
やるよ、ちょっと待て。